It is working. Howdy. How you doing? Don't worry about why I look like this. It's fine. It's intentional. I promise. Kind of. Good to hear. All right. My video is going to cut out for a moment. Hi, Sarah. How you doing? While you answer that, my feed's gonna cut. That's the wrong button. I'm so glad I didn't press pop. Shh, you're messing me up, man. I'm doing good, but get ready for my video to stop working. Wow, it's insisting on me pressing certain buttons. All right, now we're back. Before everyone goes crazy, I'll spam hundreds just for the sake of. How does this look? Is this close enough? Is this personal? Is this what you want? Is this what you've been looking for? Okay. Well, then I'm gonna show you what I'm actually doing. Which, if you've seen this thumbnail, you know. You've already seen it. Actually, I should turn it on. Proof of concept. Prove what I'm doing. But, you know what? I've got that USB. I wonder how much power that gives out. Oh. Literally not a usable. Cool. So I can't use that USB. Also, how's the audio? Does it sound good? Does it sound bad? What's that? This is spaghetti. This is a Raspberry Pi with a really wide screen. I'm gonna make a cyber deck. I guess I won't use this cable. I guess it'll be because I just need power to the system. I don't actually need to use that cable. I can later, but not right now. Right now I just need power to it. And I happen to have a spare C cable plugged into stuff. It'll take a little bit to boot up. I got some thinking to do. You're gonna spill that overpriced latte all over your electronics? Coffee? Wow. Yeah, coffee review. While we're here. It's the olive oil coffee from Starbucks. It's not that bad, but it's, you know, I wouldn't get it again, but I would say get it to try it. It is certainly not bad. It's just not that, it doesn't taste like different. I'm going to type in my password and not. Okay, that was like that. I didn't know that would happen. I need to put in my password. Good luck guessing that. Yeah, can you guys even tell that I'm like doing stuff on it? Yeah, you can't see that. Yeah, there's stuff on it. Let's angle it a little better. Yes, I'm using the gum to angle it. If it works, it works. It's not stupid if it works. Maybe it's stupid because it's not working. Maybe it's stupid because it's not working. You know, maybe it's stupid because it's not working. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're problem solving live here. Watch this. Problem solving live. Oh my goodness, look at that. I just figured it out. Do you know that 60% of coffee is 2% fecal matter? Did you know? That sounds so not correct. But I'm not gonna question it because I really don't want to think about that right now. Okay? But basically, little Raspberry Pi running Linux that I can use as a VS Code server. It'll load up fish eventually. It'll think about it for a little bit. It's not that fast. Oh, it opened Firefox. That's why it took so long. There, we can put fish. Fish is just a different terminal thing. Now I can use NeoFetch. Forgot what NeoFetch did, and I didn't spell it right. Can you tell I'm a computer science major? Yeah, none of this is like bad info to give out. I had to think about it. It's just running like normal Ubuntu 2310. Nothing crazy. Quite normal. But I'm gonna make this into a cyber deck. It's gonna be keyboard. It's gonna look like that. It's gonna look like that. Hold on, I need to take the clip off. Basically, it's gonna look like this. So that's it. That's all you'll see. That's all you'll have. All right, question away. Probably think I'm crazy. Kind of am, not gonna lie. Also, I don't think it's quite in focus. Let me focus it. Do you need to be a cyberpunk to own a cyber deck? No, you don't. Cyril, this could be you. You could be the proud owner of one of these. You could make one. It's very plug and play. It's just more soldering means you can make it more what you want. Which is all I'm doing today on stream is going to be soldering and proving that this functions, it exists. Oh yeah, what is this? I should probably go over all the things here. So we've got the brain, the most important part. Not yet. I'm not going over it yet. Till we go over today's sponsor, me, because I have money. Just kidding, I'm not sponsoring anything. How long do I have to bake it in the oven for it to rise properly? 30 minutes. 30-minute bake time at 425. Yeah, you bake it pretty hot, but it re-melts the solder joints and whatnot, so it makes it all ooey and gooey when you eat it. But we got a couple pieces. We've got the main part, the heart of the project, the Raspberry Pi. It's got a little 128 gig SD card in it. It's got power plugged into it. It's got a display plugged into it. Mouse, dongle, keyboard cable, power cable for the screen. It has another open USB port and Ethernet. And also all of these really cool pins that go to like ground and 5 volt and 3.3 volt, I think, and all kinds of stuff. I'm only gonna just be siphoning power off of this for a fan, because this thing does actually get warm. I'm gonna be throwing this guy on there. Centrifugal fan, and it's gonna just blow over it, just to cool it down. Keep it cool. because ideally this will be running constantly, and I don't want it to just bake longer. I don't want to over bake it, have it bake itself, so it needs a fan. It also has a audio out jack. It has another display port as well on the other side. Another HDMI port, I should say. It is not a display port. But it also has a headphone jack. And guess what I have? A spare headphone cable. You know what I also have? A speaker that I can wire up to it. So that'll be epic. So it'll have a little tiny speaker so I can hear sounds, I guess. I don't know, it might make sounds at some point. It's also a very small speaker. Like itty bitty. Half a watt, 8 ohm. If that means anything to anyone. Doesn't really mean anything to me. I mean, it means things, but I don't know. I don't care. And then I've got some power switches. Because the end goal of this game, of this contraption, will be it's either wall powered or battery powered. And I can plug it in and charge the battery and turn off the Pi. Plug it in, charge the battery, turn on the Pi. Use battery power to power the Pi. Or turn everything off. So I don't have to deal with the battery circuit and wear down the battery if I don't want to. Like I don't have to worry about charging and discharging it and using any of its circuits. I can just completely bypass power directly to the Pi. Or I can charge the battery and power the Pi, charge the battery, turn off the Pi. I already went over that whole matrix of things I can do. Oh yeah. Cable for the fan. So I can actually plug it into the pins. And now the other peripherals. Janky keyboard that I'm not going to be using, that I haven't used for a really long time. It's kind of a test board. It's also very sad. So I will be destroying it and using the actual board. Oh, it went to sleep. I'm not logging in again. Then obviously the screen. And all this is going to be together somehow into one thing. Oh, also the battery pack. The battery pack will be here soon. I don't have it yet. It gets here tomorrow. But it's got... Where are the cables? Yes, it's got a micro USB in. And I bought a USB-C breakout board so that I can have a USB-C input to this entire system. And that USB-C can go into the battery bank using this cable, or it can go directly into the Pi using this cable. All right, I should probably turn it off now so I can do soldering. And yes, I could just yank the power cord out. No, I'm not going to do that. Where's the mouse? Am I blind? Oh, it's invisible. Why is it invisible? Why can't I turn it off? That's interesting. Why is it doing this? I'm just going to type in my password. Yeah, it was doing something weird. I don't know what it was doing, but unlocking it will fix it. See, now it's fine. Yeah, things don't really like this display. It's really wide and none of them know how to handle it properly. But that's okay because I won't always be using this with the screen. So I actually don't care. Oh yes, the coolest part of the system is going to be these two switches. They're the same. But I'm going to use them for power to battery, power to nothing, power to pi. Power from battery, power from nothing, power from the wall. Boom. And I'm going to solder it with those cables. Plug it into 500 potatoes. Raspberry Pis are always just fresh out of the oven. There they are. Alright, time to get the circuits out of here and now just do my janky part. I'm just going to throw this on my bed, I'm going to be honest. I could care less. I actually don't care. It's not going to hurt it. I just need to get it not on here where I'm soldering. Okay. We've got the thing. So I assume my mic has sounded fine so far. I'm just going to assume that, because you haven't said anything about it. Because it's kind of clipped on my collar in a weird way. Yeah, and this is kind of just going to run full tilt, but that's okay because I'd rather have good cooling than no cooling. Can't hear me. Yeah, I believe you. I really believe you as I watch the meter on my screen go up and down. I really believe you that you can't hear me. You really got me there. I've been fooled for the last time. Yeah, I don't want to use my actual wire strippers. I don't care that much. Now, in the real world, you would use the wire strippers, but I can do without it because I know what I'm doing. As I fail to do what I'm doing. I'm just stripping the ends so I can solder. I'm doing it like the way an old man would do it. Doesn't need those newfangled devices or anything. Those kids in their newfangled technology doodads. Literally me right now. Okay. I need my wire shrink things. I gotta find them. I don't know where they are. Maybe I should have found them before I started streaming. Maybe I shouldn't have, you know? Now I gotta find them. No. Look at how unprepared I am. Oh no. Are they in there? Are they in there? Are they in there? Are they in here? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a resist. Actually, not good. I can't find them. I don't remember where I put them if they're not where I see them. Oh, I found them. They're at the bottom. I found them, guys. I found them. See? All kinds. A whole bunch of million in here. And I need a really thin one. Ooh. Is that the right size? No. It used to be smaller. These ones? Yeah, that's pretty good. There. And I only need 2 pieces, so I'll just cut it in half. Cool. Turn my soldering iron on. Actually, I do want the little arm. That'll help. Put the shrink wrap on them before I solder. Made that mistake too many times. And now we go crazy mode. It's fine that it's smoking. No, it actually is fine. It doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. I did not orient this the right way for doing this the way I am handed. Get rid of these. And then we put a little more on. Cool. Done with that one. And now we do the other one. I'm kind of just... That is not connected well, so I'm just going to put more solder on it. More solder fixes all of your problems. There. Now it works good. There we go. Look at that. Connected. You're just measuring the vibrations from your table to determine your... Yeah, sure. And then we slide the heat shrink onto it. And then I'm just gonna do the thing. Yeah. And then we just do it the very not correct, but works well way. To use the shrink wrap. You're not supposed to do it like this, but it works for me. Because these don't need to be waterproof, they just need to simply hold onto both ends. I'm kind of just like petting it. The weirdest way to put it, but it's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get the heat shrink to shrink enough so that if this cord was yanked on both ends, it would survive easily. Can I end stream? Can I end stream now? I just put the wrong thing on the wrong end. This was how it was. This is how this was before I cut it right before stream. I cut it apart, and I just reconnected it back to itself. This was not how I needed this. Practice. It was practice, guys. It was intentional. It was practice. I meant to do it. I was proving to you guys that I know how to solder. It was a proof of concept, and now I need to restrip these wires again. It was all part of the plan, guys. I promise. Gotta stay one step ahead. You gotta do things wrong so you can show other people what wrong looks like and then show them what right looks like. I just did that. You're welcome, everyone. Now you know. If you're doing exactly what I'm doing, don't do exactly what I just did. You could also do wire stripping with your actual just fingernails sometimes if you're just cool. I'll do a little bit of a cut with the flush cutters and then use my fingernail on it. Makes it much easier. Well, now that these are properly stripped, I also don't trust the... Oh, we gotta do a little more magic on this than I was hoping, because the connection's really not so good on this end. Like, that wire is about to fall off. Yeah, that's what I thought. In fact, I'll just redo. Actually, I don't need to. Oh my god, I don't need to. I don't need that wire. I can just solder directly to these pads, in fact. Oh my god, that'll be so much easier. I'm trying to strip the rubber off of it real quick. It was certainly gooed up, which isn't a bad thing, but something to note. There. Now I can strip this cable. I gotta figure out how in the world it's wound up. That makes it really easy. And we need the trusty old multimeter. 1 second. This cable's also tangled, which of course it is. We need the multimeter. Where did I put it? It's right here. I need to make sure I solder the right wires together. Yeah, it's on the continuity mode already. Just for fun, I'll show you both ends of the speaker wire connect. Yep. And there's a 8 ohms. Actually, I bet I could measure it. Set to 200, and I can check the ohm measurement. Just for fun. It's close enough. That's about what it should be. It says 8. That's pretty close to 8. I'll strip these a little more into the actual wires. Just they're like tangled hair. They're just so wound up together. Which makes a nice cable, but holy moly, is it a pain to unwind. All right. I now have 4 things. Oh, these were also a pain in the butt to solder. They just suck to solder to. Okay, cool. I just did that. I don't know. I mean, it works for me. Okay. Now we've got to figure out which ones go to what. And I also need to look up how... Actually, no, I can figure it out. I am smart. Continuity tester. Okay, I'm just going to find which one grounds for all of them. I'm just going to bet. Nope. No. Are they isolated? I remember that actually. Sleeve is ground. Oh, do these have a coating on them? It's a coating on them. So I'm just gonna burn that off. Don't worry, I'm not ruining the map. I remember this was notoriously difficult to do. I forgot why until now. Okay. All right. Change of plans. I put solder on each of these. Now we use this one. This just stick on. Why are you not? Bitch. Turn the heat up. Not by much, but enough to hopefully fix the problem. Because I can't get solder to stick to that one. And I don't know why. I got solder to stick to the rest of them. Not very well. Stick is all I need. I want to find solder on it. Oh, now has a coating. I'm also going to reflow these just to make sure they're like ready for me. They're ready for me. Now I need to figure out on this which ones are on what ends. Cool. 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 I found the ground pins. Sick. It's... Let me prove it. These two. They go together and they go on, honestly, the other side. So I'm just going to randomly pick one. Ouch. Soldering irons are hot, guys. Be careful. And so are the wires you're soldering. And now these are both the left and right channel, but we want them to go, which won't hurt anything. It won't care. The circuit will be fine. It's not an uncommon thing for them to get combined. It's not actually outrageous like at all. Okay, put that down so I can like. I am struggling to get this to touch properly. All right, I think I've done it. Ouch. Soldered up. Now, to test it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to plug it into my phone. Because no one can stop me. Stop, which means I'm going to plug it into my phone. Because I have an adapter for my phone to use headphones for when I need headphones. That's not an adapter. That's the adapter. I can get off on. Don't die. I never die. I'm too cool to die. And then plug in the headphones. I'm going to take mine off. And I'm just going to blast something random. All right, you can't hear it, but it is working. Like it is physically making sound. But my noise canceling is doing its job on my mic, and it actually is just blocking it, but it works. So that's that part done. It's only a little painful. Now, I can connect the fan to this connector, which I shall do that now. This will be easier to solve because this one isn't a copper or whatever. It's not a fancy cable. That's a fancy cable thing. This will be a lot easier to get solder on. Like crazy. Actually, I can even down to needed that eye. On to what you want. Ah. Save a horse, a cowboy, if you know what I mean. Okay. Yeah, get that guy coated up. Get that guy all coated up. Yes, sir. Now, it doesn't really matter which one I connect to which because they're both the same pin. But, you know what does matter? Heat shrink. Where's the heat shrink? There it is. I'm gonna grab a small one again. They worked pretty well. I think it was the right size. Get it. And I'll peel these ones back because I don't want to peel that one back. That was really easy to connect. Cool. Now we get the heat shrink on them. Ideally with no issues. Come on. Little bit. It's not quite like lined up well. Oh, I have a bad thing, I think. need my pliers for this. Just so it is actually small enough to get the fucking thing over. There. And now, that again. Now this is done. I'm gonna test it later. Now the fun part. Now, these two cables I need to splice up. I'm gonna do it from the middle of each of them. And I am cutting them willy-nilly, but that's because I know exactly what kind of cables they are. These have only... Ooh, hell yeah, this one's only got 2. They've either got 4 or 2 wires in them, which means they definitely carry power. So, like, this one has 2 in it. It only carries power. Literally just positive and negative. Positive and negative, that's it. This one has 4 wires. It has positive, negative, data positive, and data negative. I don't really care about the data pins. So I'm going to ignore them. I only care about the power pins because I can just leave the data pins unconnected and it'll be fine. Oh no, I lost a cable. Now attach that node to your nipples and let her rip. No, sorry, Bob, I will not be doing that. I'm going to do the thing I intended to do. Yeah, so you can see this one has 4 wires in it. You can kind of see it. You can probably see it. Yeah, 4. Huh. You see, normally the standard is green and white. Are the data pins, but for some reason it uses a gray wire, and that is mildly concerning. Because it's kind of uncommon. Actually, hold on. They are heat shrunk. They're different. The power cables are thicker. Hold up. There's like a physical difference. Oh, heck yeah. Let's go. They physically used different... Wow, they really cut costs. They use literally like different sized cables for the data pins. There's no way I can show you, but the red and the gray ones are... They have more copper like strands in them compared to the green and the white one, which is very helpful. So now I know which pins do what based on that. For sure, not just guesstimate. I don't need that cable. I need this one. Not these though. I'm gonna remove them. Just because I don't need them. Okay. Want it to come off. I just want it to come off. Come off. That works. Cable. So we got this cable. I need to do this cable. And this cable is very simple. It's got an entire 2 wires. Very thin wires, actually. Like, concerningly thin. Incredibly concerning, actually. Does this cable have a rating on it at all? Because this will probably be a fire hazard. Like, this could actually become a fire hazard. Let me peel back how much. Let's see how much stranding is in there. Oh no. There's actually a good amount of stranding in there. Fine. It just has a thin coating on the wire, but the inside's fine. The inside's thick enough. It is not as thick as what's in this cable. Which kind of concerns me. Hmm. I actually worry about using this cable. It's kind of thin. It's a Christmas wire. Put it under my tongue. I will not be doing that. Yeah, this is genuinely probably a fire hazard, so I shouldn't use it. Like, nothing. This is bad cable. I'm just going to throw it away. I think I've got other cables one I can use. Hmm. This is a problem. I, in fact, do not have another cable to mess with. That's not good. Now, could I get away with that cable? Probably. Do I want to even try it? Yeah. But is it still a bad idea? Yeah. Well, this is a problem, but I can still make the rest of the cabling. Yeah, I can still make the majority of the cabling. So, it's fine. I can get the basic premise down. I just won't have the last bit that plugs into the actual Pi. Which is fine. I don't need that yet. Future me can figure that out. By going to Fred Meyer and buying the cheapest USB-C to A cable I can find in there. Because that will be exactly what I need. I just need the cheapest one possible. Although it'll probably be the same price. Oh, I don't need that. I do need that one. That one's the one that has power in it. I guess look at the rest though. Maybe we'll do everything I can soldered and explain the concept in this stream / video, and then just continue on later. Okay. So what I need to do is connect the red. All right, Cyril, I have a serious question for you. If you have to pick between 1 and 2 and battery and wall power, which one should be which? This is a serious question. I'm thinking 1 for battery, 2 for wall power. I could easily go the other way. Also, hi Sam, how you doing? Check it out, I'm soldering. Oh my god, I'm not doing that. I would do that with a CNC machine if I were to legitimately do that. So you won't see that regardless. But this question goes to you as well. It's because I've got these switches that have a, well, I gotta put it where it's focused. They've got a 1, a 0, and a 2. And I'll have battery power and wall power. Should 1 be wall power or battery? And should 2 be the other? 2 and 1, which one should be battery and which one should be wall power? This is a serious question. User experience design. I get the feeling that 1, I guess whatever the default should be 1, but I feel like simpler would also be 1, so just wall power would be 1. One should be battery and 2 should be wall, because wall will give more power than battery. I guess you make a good point. Actually, no. Wall would not give more power in this case, because it's all 5 volts, so it'd all be 5 volt 3 amp, because that's the max you can do with USB on 5 volt. So neither will have more power. So I think I might do one is wall circuit. Then yeah, default on one, which would be, I mean, most of the time it's going to be plugged into the wall. So one would be the wall power. Okay, decided. Okay. I should double, triple check how the continuity works on this, just to make sure I'm not crazy. Because I never, like, officially checked it, but I assumed. I'm glad I checked. I am so glad I checked. Oh my god. Okay, I would have just soldered that completely backwards because one clicks down on this right side, but it connects the left and center. Shit. For some reason, that is the functionality. I can't hold it. Can't hold it in anymore. I suck at this. Yeah. So I'm doing the left and center with the right clicked down because that makes sense. Okay. So red needs to go on the left. Do it like this, actually. That would probably be easier. Time to tin these bad boys up. I'll tin the grounds as well. Cool. What's this for? A silly little smoke never hurt anyone. A silly little smoke could blow up my Raspberry Pi. That's what I want to not happen. Preferably, at least. Ideal scenario is my Pi does not turn into magic smoke paperweight. Oh yeah, CyberDeck. You know what those are? You heard of those before? In the soldering iron hot, you don't burn your fingers. If not heard of a CyberDeck. Ah, they're so cool. They're really useless, but they're really cool. Basically, it's literally a keyboard and a small screen. It's like the smallest laptop you could possibly create. They're so cool. A lot of the times it's a Raspberry Pi. Just because of how like ubiquitous they are for this kinds of stuff, like crafting weird things. And they're also incredibly small, which helps. Okay. I can now take power and send it to either the battery, and then take power from the battery. Oh my god. Dude, today is not my day. This is the second time I've started things incorrectly. This is nuts. I'm just out of it. Can't explain it. Yeah, but this one is going to be, yeah, so these are battery wires. So they need to be on the 2 switch. Because I don't have the actual power cable. I'm done. This'll, you bet. New daily driver? I wish, bro. If I could actually, I could probably do our software engineering 2. I could probably do all of our software engineering 2 on this. Cuz it's got VS Code. I mean, so it's gonna have 2 roles. It's gonna be either sitting at home, plugged into wall power, connected to my Wi-Fi, and being used as a VS Code server. So I just have a consistent environment to program and run stuff on that is Linux in my control. And if I want to, I can just use it as an actual machine itself, which is great because I love having a little Linux machine. I love Linux. It stays out of your way. It just stays out of your way. Windows gets in your way. Mac OS is only in your way in the beginning, but Windows is always in your way, trying to like update or tell you to use Edge and all of that. And apparently now it'll just open all the tabs you had open in a different browser in Edge when you restart your PC at some point, which is really not surprising and should be looked into by government agencies who deal with that kind of thing. Just might take a bit to run the test if the performance from the flip servers is any indicator. Brother uses an iPad. You know what's actually awesome? So I used to code on my iPad using VS Code connected to the flip servers. For those of you who don't know, the flip servers are the servers we have at our school, at our college. so that like computer science majors can log in and program on it and test things in a consistent environment that everyone has access to. And that also ideally the students that grade work, like TAs and stuff, also have the same environment. So everyone has the same environment. So everything will just work the same. So it's not it works on one machine, but not the other type weird dealio, or like it runs differently on different machines because of the way it gets compiled. But basically I just have my own flip server now. When I got it all set up, it does work, which is great. And basically I can do it, I can program on my iPad using the Raspberry Pi. And I don't need to be in the same building, I don't think either. I'm pretty sure I don't need to be on the same network. Because I know for the flip server I did not need to. But I don't know if that was because the flip server is public facing. Like it had access to the internet. Like it could be accessed from the internet. I don't know if my Pi by default has that on, which it probably doesn't, but I think VS Code just handles all that. VS Code server. So anytime when it boots up and I log in at least once, as long as it doesn't get shut down, the VS Code server is running on it, which is great for me. So I can have, as I said, a consistent coding environment that I can get to from literally any device. I can get to it from my desktop. I can get to it from my iPad. I can get to it from my laptop. So I don't have to run things on my very sad laptop. And when I just can't run things on my iPad. I also have full fat VS Code installed on it as well. Like you have to install full VS Code on it's on the Pi. It has full VS Code. And it has the server stuff set up. So I could actually just program on the little server deck as well. I don't actually need to use my iPad. If I'm doing very simple stuff, if I'm doing C, I mean, in this case, I could probably do it with our JavaScript because it's pretty simple as well. But I can just have the program window and I can have the terminal side by side. Because it's the screen's 1920 by 480. So it's very short, but it's very wide. So two things side by side works really well. It's just things are kind of short. Yeah, so when I get a power cord for the Pi itself, I don't think I did this right. So battery. Oh, this is from the battery. Okay, no, it is right. So if they're both in 2, I get wall power to the battery, and then I get power from the battery. Okay, we're good. I did them right. We're good. Thought I messed them up. But yeah, and having these in there to circumvent the battery that's going to be in it is purely because I don't want to wear out the battery if I don't need to. Ultra wide gaming. It looks so dorky. Oh my god, it looks dorky. It's such a dorky looking screen, but it works. And I can have like I could have 3 terminals sort of comfortably side by side because terminals are just small. And it doesn't look like shit. Like it looks fine when I turn it on and stuff. Like the color's not bad. It's obviously not anything close to like my phone, obviously, but it functions and it works. And it looks like a screen that I would totally use the code on. I could physically watch YouTube on it. Speaker. Oh my, yeah, speaker. I have a speaker that I soldered to a headphone cable because the Pi has a headphone jack. And yes, this does work. I did plug it into my phone and test. so I can have audio on it too. So I could legitimately watch YouTube on it and then just have a terminal next to it if I was a fucking nerd, like I am. And also cooling fan, because this is all going to be put into an enclosure of some kind. Yeah, it's a centrifugal fan, so it blows out of this slot and pulls in from here. And it just goes to some bread pin wires to go on the GPIO pins on the Pi itself. How many lines of code do you think you could fit on that thing? 20. It's not that much, but realistically, if I'm doing very simple coding, like in our fucking software engineering class, I don't need more than 20 lines at a time. Now, do I love having a lot more lines? Yes. Will I be doing coding from this often? No. But having the ability to is the thing that I wanted. If I want a literal no distractions coding device, like how people still use typewriters, they want to just write. This would be that I can just code. That is all I can do on it. I can go to the library with this and just code. I'll have my phone, but all I can do is just code. I could kind of watch a YouTube video on it, but it's not reasonable. It is not, but it's possible. And if I brought an adapter, I could probably plug it into a TV. Because it could do 4K 30 out of the HDMI ports, which is stupid, but it's possible. So I could do a lot of things. But this is all the soldering I can do today until I go to Fred Meyer and get the absolute cheapest USB-C to A cable I can find. Because I don't want to buy it off Amazon. I'm getting an order tomorrow and I don't want to order another thing. I have to wait. But I can just go to Fred Meyer. But you probably won't see me doing anything with this until like a few weeks from now. If that even. Who knows? Who knows if I'll even finish it, but having it all at least hooked up properly means I've at least got a server with a battery in it. So even then, like let's say the fucking power goes out, I can still code. I've got the exact machine that I run all of my code on. I legit cannot be stopped. Yeah. Plus it'll look cool. Just take it to the library and I'm on the main floor and I'm just using it. Oh my god, it keeps twitching. Yeah. Plus it's just a statement piece like, oh, what is that? This is my computing keyboard. It's my VS Code server. I can also kind of watch YouTube on it. Like, it's cool. It will get used in one way or another. And if I don't use it, I can use it for something else. Because it's just a Raspberry Pi with a keyboard. And also a trackball mouse. But I don't know if I'll be keeping that or not. Not sure yet. I'd want to do a trackball of some kind, or like the tracking nipple on your computer. ThinkPads. All else fails, Pi hole? Exactly. Because now it's got a battery in it. I don't have to deal with when the power goes out, whatever the fuck happens to it. Actually, it would shut off. But it's also got the Ethernet port on it. So like I can connect to the network and do ping things. I don't think I could do the Wireshark labs because I don't think I'd be able to physically run Wireshark on it. But I could do anything that requires not Wireshark. Take the trash out, as in put it in the... Like it never even happened. Oh yeah, and these little foam feet I got from IKEA. These are gonna go in the bottom of it. Because I don't know what else to do with them, and they're kind of nice. Yeah, Wireshark might be a little cumbersome for that poor thing. It's a beast, but it's not that kind of a beast. Feet? Yeah, it's got feet. Chill out. Bro, they're cool. They're nice. They're really satisfying feet. They're little, like the fabric-y ones you get on like furniture that go on hardwood floors. It's like that kind. Which is perfect for putting something on a desk. But yeah, if I could physically run wire... Actually, do you know what I've done with this with the Raspberry Pi? Do you know? Unholy things is right. Also, I should check the fan works. I haven't tested that yet since I have it on my desk. I have done unholy things with it. Oh, I need to look up the pinout. No. Well, there's the cable I'll need. Hold on. GPIO pinout. Wait, GP fan pins? What do you mean fan pins? Oh, they actually just have like specific pins they use. Oh, on the Bellina forums. That's so cool. Yeah. They just use those pins, which are down here. So I'll do that. But there's actually someone saying what they are, which is what... Oh, Lord. That's what I need. I need to know which ones are which, so I can plug them in, right? So red is yellow, which means it goes here. Which means this one goes here. And realistically, if I put the power in backwards to the fan, it's not gonna hurt it. All right, now we plug it in. Watch the fan. Live reaction. Okay, perfect. Yeah, because it just needs a little bit of airflow. I don't think all these components will stay at reasonable temperatures without a smidge of airflow. It spins. It's actually not pushing that much air. Oh no, it's going now. It just took a bit to wind up. It's gone. Yeah, it's kicking out a little bit of air. Yeah, because this heatsink is pretty dense. So I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, this has Ubuntu 2310. Like, it runs just, it runs. It goes. It doesn't care. But I use this in tandem with my iPad as a laptop replacement. It sort of worked. I didn't want to buy a physical real laptop because, two, I already have a laptop that does physically function if I absolutely need a laptop. And I want to use my iPad screen because the iPad screen's nice. So, my idea was use this as a computer brain, use my iPad as the keyboard, mouse, and screen. It's not uncommon to do that with Mac Minis. Like, that's kind of a thing for them too. But it worked for a while. I was able to use VS Code. I was able to compile Arduino, like software, and write it to devices. I was able to lightly browse the internet. I was able to do that kind of stuff. And then if I needed something that just had a good like internet experience and I didn't need to deal with like files or anything on here, I would just use the iPad. It worked great. It actually worked really well. Because how it handled it was, this was pretending to be an Ethernet connection. Because the USB-C is power and data. So I was able to make this pretend to be an Ethernet connection to the iPad, connected over USB-C. So one plug powered this and connected it to the iPad. Boom. Just works. But it does have a little bit of a not very powerful thing going on. It's not very powerful in a lot of cases. So that kind of made it difficult to use. But it worked. I did eventually start using my MacBook. Like, for how janky it was, like for how very not what this is built for, it worked well. I mean, the screen I was getting, the video feed, I think was, it was low resolution, sort of, and low bitrate, or low color depth. So it was like using like a SNES, how the color, like there's colored bits that they have to stay within. Like they can't just display all the colors they want. They had a specific color palette. So mine had a specific color palette. So I had to like approximate colors. Because I couldn't do a physical video out of here and a physical video into the iPad. I had to use a VNC client on the iPad. So it would transfer the video over that way. And you know what that did? You know what that did? That left all of the USB on this available. It left the Ethernet open on this still. It left both HDMI available. It left the headphone jack available. I literally just plugged in there. And yeah, it did suck a bit of power from the iPad. So I eventually started using a hub. A powered hub. That I can plug into the iPad, plug into this. But it works. It's been through some stuff. but now it'll be through more reasonable stuff. Your car battery? No, that was before I had the car battery. This was like last year. This was like more than a year ago. Actually, probably about a year ago. No, more than a year ago. More than a year ago. So I would just keep my iPad plugged in because I was pretty much just sitting and programming and testing things and sitting and programming and testing things and recompiling and reprogramming and testing things and all of that. So I could just stay in one spot plugged in. Powers this, powers the iPad, charges the iPad, powers this. It's got USB connections. Now I have a hub, which means I have extra, like actual USB connections to the iPad. It worked great, except when it didn't, which was basically only that it took forever to compile Arduino stuff. It just was not good at it at all. But it worked. It worked for a while until I just started using my MacBook, and it was so much better to just use the MacBook. I don't regret it, but it was certainly a way to do it. It was certainly not out of character for me to do. Who knows? Maybe I'll buy a Chromebook and I just install Linux on it. I mean, you can get it for like 150 bucks. And realistically, if I need a Windows device, I've got my MacBook. But if I want Linux, I just put the Chromebook. It's also lighter. It'll be running Linux, so it'll get good battery life. It'll run things, depending on the processor. I'd probably get like a gaming Chromebook, or at least one with like a proper CPU, not just a weird CPU in it, just for compatibility's sake. Yeah. I mean, ideally, I just buy the Framework 16-inch, but I don't have the money right now, so I can't. And my MacBook, if it gives out, I am slightly screwed. So I would like to have a functioning laptop at least as a backup. Now do I think my iPad's gonna give out anytime, or my MacBook? I think it'll actually just, it's indestructible at this point. The only thing that'll happen is like a capacitor has a bad day. But like the battery is the OEM battery. It's the original. It has not been replaced. And it runs fine. The battery life isn't great. It maybe lasts like 5 hours, 4 hours. But that's not bad compared to like other laptops. It's kind of normal. That's like the average range for a laptop battery life. Anyway, that's the end of the stream. I need to end the stream. I need to do something else with my life. Speaking of, Sam, do you want to play Valorant? Yeah, I was worrying about that. Yeah, that MacBook, completely untouched. It is the only thing it has issues with is the screen will sometimes get angry. Like if I use it on my lap too much, it fucks with like the ribbon cable. And so the ribbon cable I think is damaged, and it's making contact with the shell, which is grounding it sort of, which means it like tweaks out and like you'll see lines on it and it'll like flicker, which is so cool when I'm trying to code on my laptop in my lap. But it stopped doing it. It only did that for a little bit freshman year. Other than that, it's either been completely untouched or it's been completely fine and hasn't cared. Cyril, I know you do not play Valorant. You play like VR chat or something. I don't know. Or no, you just go into Cat's server, bro, and then you just watch anime. I can see the fucking screen when you're doing that. Oh, you can't see me at all. I'm just black. I am the night. You can't see the shirt I'm wearing. You've been found out. I mean, yeah, it has, like, it shows it in my friends list. Yeah, I'm just, you can't see me. I am just invisible. Who needs a green screen when you can just wear a black shirt? But no, it's, hold on, I'll just find it. I'll keep Reddit open, I don't care. What are you gonna do, look at Reddit? No, don't look at what I'm looking at on Reddit. No, I'd hate for that to happen. Ah, here it is. Turn off the lights so only your face is visible. It'll turn off the backlight though. Floating head moment. I don't think I could turn enough lights off to do that. The way my lights are set up. So like I can do that. I can do that. That. Like this? This is the best I can do. You look like you live in San Fran. Just and I can't read that. You have something on screen, it'll work. All right, we'll go. This is it. This is a full white screen. Is this what you want? Like this is looking at it's probably an average screen. I'm putting it all back. I don't like this is curated. That one just doesn't turn back on. Okay, cool. I don't know why it's having an issue. Oh. Smart lights are great except when they stop working. Because then they just stop working. Anyway. Is it? Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. It's this. They took pictures that you can actually like see the fabric. They also just have really good photos. Floating head. It works, but it is silly, yeah. Is the material good? It normally my shirts are kind of doo-doo. But this is like on the nicer end of shirts for me. Not gonna lie. I mean, it's 25 bucks. I mean, that's pre-shipping, but they have so many pairs of clothes, so many pieces of clothing. They have so many. So like odds are if you're gonna go to their site, you're not buying one thing. There's so much. Yeah, 25 for good material is great. Yeah, and they like specifically chose this fabric. Like it's not, this was a shirt that exists and they put their logo on it. It was, they wanted to replicate the shirt. So they did material testing and told the manufacturer, hey, make this out of this. I mean, they've also done that with the shirts. And the other shirts. And the jackets. And the other shirts. These are custom prints too. Like they have a actual print shop do it, not a big factory do it. And they've even got underwear. They still have the potato jacket? That's insane. I'm surprised they still have any of these left. Did Linus rep his nutsack on every article? No, he did not. But it's certainly not scratchy like a lot of my long sleeves are. But it's not soft like their t-shirts are. It's also not at all washed. Like, I haven't washed it yet. So it'll probably soften up a little after I wash it. But I see the appeal. This is one of the few pieces of clothing, like long sleeve clothing, that I've been able to wear indoors and outdoors comfortably. He did on your backpack and underwear, but not the shirts. Wait, which backpack? Which one did he rub it? Did he rub it on both backpacks or just the second one? And that's why the first one got lost. Ah, both. Yeah, Cyril, Tic Tac Tacos over here has also bought stuff from Linus. I mean, the hat is I have one of the ball caps. I have the PC parts one. Let's see if we can find the ball cap. And you can see they're wearing the hats. But where's the hats? I'm also going to struggle to figure out which one's the hat. Do they not have the hats anymore? Where'd the hats go? Where are the hats? Clothing. Accessories. Hats? No hats. They're gone. I mean, you can see the people are wearing the hats. Not in this one. But there's people wearing the hats. He's wearing the hat. He's wearing the hat. He's wearing the hat. The hat is the best hat I've ever bought. Got me this. Oh, nice. Linus is wearing your glasses. Freaking copycat. I don't know. I would say get better glasses, but they're good glasses. Oh, here's the backpack. It is a lot. Two of the guys wearing hat that you pointed out were Dennis. No. 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 Dennis? This is not Dennis. I pointed this person out. Pointed out Dennis. Okay, maybe I pointed to two Dennises. He is not wearing the hat. Also, what section am I in? Oh yeah, they also have bidets, Cyril, if you want to buy a bidet. So you could buy the bidet and the shirt together. And a screwdriver, I don't know. It's kind of like the things you can buy are such an odd combination, but it makes sense. That's the Ludwig. Yeah, he has the Ludwig bidet now. You can also buy these. They're little covers for your joysticks. For if you take like a Steam Deck on the go. These will cover your joysticks so they don't get all like worn out and whatnot while they're just in your backpack going around. There's a magnetic chest strap for the LTT backpack. I didn't know that was a thing. They have mouse pads, they have underwear, they have controller ornaments, they have sweatpants, they have this sweater, they have sport joggers, sweatpants again, they have different hoodie, a apple leather backpack, their condoms, joystick covers. Just have you seen tweet from Slime about Linus and Luke? Nope. I barely know who Slime is, and I do not follow Slime. Did he say something bad? There's also a bomber jacket. It's funny. Did he say something funny? There's also another screwdriver. And of the bananas, I have one banana. I have the turquoise banana. Well, obviously I also have the screwdriver. Thoughts on? I can't read that. It'll move in a second. When someone says something else. They've also got a whale plush. And a bread plush coming soon. They still have this. I'm so surprised. They've got some random things that are still on here. Oh, and the water bottle I have. They still have those. Little capacitor. No, it moved. You already said something. That moved it. Thoughts on 4080 Super? If you are looking to upgrade, just wait until the next generation comes out. Because either the next generation is going to come out and the 50 series will be the same price as the 40 series, which will make the 40 series cheaper. Or the 50 series will just be even better and cost more. And then it's not going to really matter that you waited. Except that you'll know what you could get with the 50 and you could do like a 5060. Wow, that's such a weird thing to say. Like a 5060 or 5070 to get all the new features. We'll still have the power of a 4080. That's generally how their like upgrade scheme works. For the most part, assuming they keep on track. They've also got a hoodie for your dog or large cat. I think they've got multiple sizes. Yeah, they've got different sizes. Someone put it on their cat for the photo shoot. And it's got a tiny pocket. It's got a pocket and a zip pocket. You'll post a vid. Waiting on 50. Will that be next year? Tiny pocket for the. No, it's for the poop bags. That's what it's for. Oh, I better know the cables like the 20 series cards. KO, like knockout? Wasn't that wasn't first party though, right? Because I know what you're talking about. I've seen the 20 whatever KO. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, the 50 series will I don't think next year. Well, definitely not this year. There's been no rumors about it, and they've really got no reason to. Because they right now they'd be trying to move current stock because their current stock is not selling. Because people expected the 40 series to make the 30 series cheaper, but that's not what happened. So people kind of are just not buying, which means they're gonna kind of wait. But the 50 series will probably be really good then, because they'll just wait. DM on Discord. I'm not gay, but Linus and Luke from Linus Tech Tips can double team me on the roof of a barn. You know, why does this person have a following again? Why are they popular? Linus has met Lud. So this is no. Linus and Luke would not do this. Linus is married. Happily. Luke has a girlfriend. And they're happy. And they have parakeets. Or budgies or whatever. Why? They would never agree to this. I believe you. I don't think Linus and Luke would ever do this, though. Like, why? Why would they want to? Bro's never heard of polyamory. I've heard of polyamory. I don't think Linus and Luke want that. I don't think they would want this. I don't think they would do it. I think that's just a thing they would never do. Like, They've also got flannels. They've got these. I don't know when they got these, but they've had these for a really long time. They've got bikinis, underwear, more underwear, more underwear, more bikinis, more underwear, different bottles, a shape sorter toy. I'm not sharing my screen. I'll put myself on the left. They've got a toy sorter that's like electronics themed. They've got a little tech sack. They've got the track, like, suit pieces. Another dentist with a different hat. They've got a GPU plushie. They've got several jackets. 3D down. Different channels, different color schemes. Pajama pants. Whatever this is. The Henley shirt. Oh, I think this is like the texture I don't like. Yeah, it's the texture I don't like. Or no, this isn't exactly what I was thinking. I thought this was like a... Oh no, this is the texture I don't like. Like this hatch long sleeve thing, I don't like the way it feels. I've had one before and I didn't like it. This would probably be better, but I didn't like it. Listen to Parasocial Andy over here. Are you saying you think they would? Are you saying I'm wrong? Or are you saying I shouldn't assume? Because I feel like I could comfortably assume that. That, like, they would never do this. They would never... You're saying you don't know their hearts. Well, I think I could make a pretty good guess. And this is not in the cards for them. Did that kind of... No. I just didn't like it. It just felt funny on my skin. Can't explain it any other way. It was scratchy. Hence why I never wear it. I don't think I even have it anymore. Anyway, I'm done streaming. I want to play Valorant. Do you want to play Valorant, Sam? Because I would like to play Valorant instead of doing the software engineering homework. I don't want to do it. Signed into Rat Client as we speak. All right. Good night, gamers. I recorded this. That means I can make a video out of this. We'll all play Valorant. Cyril, you don't have Valorant. I know you don't. I would have seen you at least launch it. And you would have at least messaged me, how does Valorant work? And I have never gotten one of those messages. Launch these nuts. I'll launch these nuts into your mouth. Good night.